Yeah, go on, chuck me in me chamomile. Legend. Get this in. Yeah, we're all good. We're rocking and rolling. Baby plant. Oh, is that one that you took off the? You took that plant off there. That's Yeah, it's good. I do like that. I do like that. I saw that hanging off the edge the other day. So you basically snipped that and planted it. Nice. Cool. Huh? Finish faffing? Or are you still going?
I am good, yeah. I feel like I disappointed you there.
You've done lots of faffing. No, you're fine. You always disappoint me.
I forgot to delete the
get used to it.
the video that was already from last week, basically. And for storage purposes, I don't want to run the risk of running out of storage like we did the other week.
It's an exciting start.
So, thrilling.
If you can come up with more gripping intros like that, that would be great, mate. Do you know what they say that with this, like all this TikTok and content creation, you're meant to be like, bang, you know?
Hit 'em early.
Yeah, 2,000 kilos of nappies dumped in Southend-on-Sea, and people go, "Oh my god!" And you've sat down and gone, "Oh, I've just deleted the video, just to make sure we don't lose it like last week." Everyone's gone already. That's the problem. Everyone's gone.
How are you?
Yes, mate. Good. Very good, thank you. We've had a little bit of a faff this morning, haven't we?
Yeah, you're going to...
Well,
you've just had a go at me for exhilarating stars. We've had a bit of a faff this morning.
Yeah, we have had a bit of a faff. We've been down to the range, haven't we?
Yeah.
Been down to the range because someone forgot the ring light. So we've been purchasing a new ring.
Yeah.
And you've been explaining ring diameter this morning.
Yep.
So I'm now an expert on ring diameter.
What's the size of your ring?
Yeah, don't need to know the size of your ring. But no, I'm all good. I went to the gym this morning down near your gaff. So came down this way. Early doors. I'm super smart.
Why?
Because I beat the traffic that way.
Oh, right.
Beat the
Yeah,
traffic.
but you forget your ring light.
Oh, but I forgot my ring. Yeah.
But we had
So-
we had
That
we had
was
to
the
get the ring
downside.
light because it's a miserable day, and
Yeah.
we just look like a pair of shadows if not.
Yeah. No, very true. But no, gym was good. Do you know what? Parking around here is a nightmare though. Two things I noticed. Parking's a nightmare, but then I figured
That is you're parking in the town.
Yeah.
Because the gym you go to is like in the town. So
Yes.
it's like if you go into anywhere, any town, it's going to be
Yeah, correct. That
going to be the same.
that got me. And then the other thing that got me was in your gym they've got loads of signs up about thieves, which I've not seen in my local gym. People nicking stuff.
Oh right.
Yeah. So
Did they nick your ring light?
yeah. Very good. That's where it's gone. So that was good. And then
Nice.
I got to obviously we're at your flat today, and you got a bit of
No, leave me alone. I'm enjoying my coffee. Had a bit of milk on my lip, whatever it is.
he just took the
Bit of froth. Leave me alone.
he just took the biggest sip of his coffee. He ended up with froth moustache.
You rushed me this morning because I had to go out to the range. I didn't get my coffee. So
And then came here, and then obviously had a shower here. I've noticed Lucy improvements. You know, sometimes I spot a little.
I know exactly what you're going to bring up as well.
What am I going to bring up? Go on then.
The Dewberry holder in the shower.
The Dewberry holder, yeah.
Yeah.
The Dewberry holder's good.
To be fair, I'm all for it. Yeah.
So the Dewberry holder, technical term, is basically holds the shower gel, right? So before, when you were a single bachelor, I'd come here and there'd be like one manky bottle of like head and fingers or something from a little in the corner.
Balancing on the little curb in there. It's
Yeah.
not big enough, is it? So it's
Yeah.
like you have to balance it on there.
You'd have like 31 in one, does everything.
Yeah.
But now you come here, you've got like palm olive oil.
Oh, do we?
It was like Midnight Lush or something it was called.
Oh.
I thought I'd have a bit of that under the old pits, get in there.
Yeah. I go in there and like, what's this tribe? Where's the head and shoulders?
Head and fingers.
Head and fingers.
Where's the head and shoulders? So yeah, enjoyed that.
What, the shower?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Enjoyed the shower, enjoyed the gym. Didn't enjoy the trip to the range. But do you know what the one positive about the trip to the range to get the ring light is we were early today. So
Early.
yeah, like I didn't get here for like how sometimes I get
Oh, right, okay. I'm with you.
we were like early doors. We were down the range at 8:30. That'll be audited by the finance team. I'll get a call.
What's this? Range?
Yeah, what's this? What you spending? What you buying for your house? And I'm down at the range.
Yeah. In work hours, 9:01.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be like, Sarah needed a new plant pot, so I just nipped down. So I'll get charged for that. But are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Good. Busy week. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
It's full on.
It's only Wednesday as well.
No. Honest, I guess we normally film this on we've been filming it on a Thursday recently.
We have, yeah, that's correct.
So it feels like it's later in the week.
Does it?
Yeah, it feels like
What
it's
day does
later
it
in the
feel
week.
like?
Thursday.
Right.
It's not going to be Friday, is it?
It feels later in the week. Yeah, it has been a busy week. What have you done then? Go on then.
Or just work-wise.
Yeah, but what have you actually done?
Just back-to-back calls.
Oh,
Back
right.
to calls.
Yeah, do you know what, actually? We have had loads of demos, haven't we?
Yeah.
This is the first week. Actually, that's a point. This is the first week where I'm like booking people for next week and beyond.
Mm.
To infinity and beyond, I am at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a good week. Do we we've obviously had some issues this week with the server.
Yeah.
Can we jump into that?
You want to talk about server issues? I was going to ask if you
Or
did
do you
anything at the
wanna come back to
weekend.
that?
We can come back. We can come back to.
I did, yes. What did I do? Here we go. The only interesting thing that I did, I'd say, is I went suit shopping for Matt's wedding.
Oh yeah, left me out.
So we
Cheers.
went. You went around. We went and tried on the suits that he's looking at.
Yep.
Which was nice.
And we've had a
Very
debate
good.
about this, haven't we? Is it Moss Bros or Moss Bros?
Oh, I'm I've never heard it called Moss Bros.
I've only ever called it Moss Bros.
But to be honest, I've never really known about it. It's not really
so
one.
You telling me this is the first? So the suit shop is called Moss Bros, right? In my head, it's
Yeah.
Moss Bros. And you're saying this is the first time you've ever heard of this brand?
Like I've known about it, but it's not a brand I'm interested. If it's like Canyon Specialized or anything like that, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a cycling shop. You know.
Yeah, true.
But
Where would you go for a suit typically then?
next.
You know what? Next do all right.
Oh yeah, I'll just next.
Yeah, next.
Stick to what you know.
Yeah, okay. You are a next kind of guy.
I used to be.
Oh, what have you moved on to? You've evolved.
Well,
from...
Lucy works for Tesco, so FNF.
Oh, Tesco. Yeah. See that is a handy
All the
thing.
free
about-
stuff. Yeah, otherwise still go to Next, but not as often as I used to. Like that used to be my go-to. I'd be like, I need some of this. So go to Next.
I spoke
Need
about
this.
shit content, and we've upped it from
Yeah.
where you shop.
Should we just start again?
But no, seriously, I'll have to speak to Steve because I'm sure he's always called it. Steve's a Moss Bros guy,
Moss Bros. It just doesn't sound right. Why would it be?
but Moss Bros doesn't sound right either.
You
It's
need
like a
like a
high end.
posture
It's like a
thing.
high end fashion place, right?
Right.
It's not gonna be called Moss Bros, is it? Gonna go down Moss Bros from a suit, mate.
Yeah. Moss Bros.
Whereas Moss Bros sounds a little bit more continental. Hey,
Yeah.
the Moss Bros.
Fair enough. Yeah. Well, let's continue the debate.
Because they're like a high end brand. I see them as a high end brand. Although they're
really?
yeah, I would have thought so. Well, I guess you get like Hugo Boss and Armani, and you get stuff like that, don't you? And they make suits under their brand,
Mm.
but they also make loads of other stuff. But Moss Bros just does suits.
Mm.
Why are you laughing? It was so funny.
Mm. No, sorry.
Fuck you then. It's not even. I don't have a serious conversation about a name of a suit shop. And
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know the answer, but yeah, we tried on some suits. Really nice.
how did it go? Yeah, I was going to ask.
Yeah, really nice. I'm a big fan. Like the colour.
Is it called flannel?
Flannel?
Yeah.
How are we on about?
What?
The shop?
Yeah, not the shop. The suit. Is the suit called a flannel?
I actually don't know.
I thought he put
Did
it
he
in.
send you the link?
I thought I saw the link. I could be looking.
It's
at...
like blue. See the link?
Yeah, no, no. It was like blue, but for some reason I thought it was called the flannel or something. I could be wrong.
Right.
I could be wrong.
But yeah, around that is just the usual stuff. I
Right.
had the Lucy's parents here on Friday night.
Oh yeah, did you move your card? Did you roll out the? Did you do the royal welcome?
No,
You didn't.
no, I didn't.
So that only lasted
I
once.
Throw my toys out of pram.
That's only lasted
That wasn't
once.
appreciated last time, so
Where did they park? Did they make comments on?
just on the street.
Did they make a comment on? The...
No,
Oh right.
no, they didn't.
So they moaned when they parked here. You left them on the street. They were fine.
Yeah,
They didn't moan.
yeah. So yeah, that was
Fair enough.
nice. And then
Parents Andy in full swing still, or is he slowly?
he's slowly going, I reckon.
Is he?
Yeah.
So what we saying? Still 50%?
Semi.
Semi-parents.
Yeah, so semi-parents, Andy.
So that's 50. You're saying it's a hard 50-50.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Do you
60-40.
Do you think they notice? Do you think they notice? They're like, do you think they're noticing? Oh, he's
Nah.
changing. That guy.
I don't know. I don't know.
He used to be so polite, and he's not anymore.
I don't think I changed that much.
Do you not?
No, I wouldn't say so. What did you do?
I went to see Cheerful Charlie this weekend.
Nice.
So, for people that have listened, you know, like I like a nickname. Basically, Cheerful Charlie is my dad. Quite simply, named Cheerful Charlie after the bloke in Clarkson's farm. Cheerful Charlie, who, because my dad helps us with, in the early days, he was actually very influential, really. He helped with the finances. And I always make a joke with my brother that like 20 pence wouldn't roll out the door without my dad spotting it. And yeah, because Cheerful Charlie's the guy that kind of keeps Jeremy Clarkson in order and is miserable the whole time about the financial situation of things. He was named Cheerful Charlie. So I went to see him, and it wasn't much.
It's quite a good name for him.
What, Cheerful Charlie?
Yeah.
It does suit his. If you met him, you go,
Yeah.
I see it.
It is really good.
He's Cheerful Charlie with a barnet.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Does he listen to this?
No way in hell would he listen to this. If I wanted to hide my biggest secrets from my old man, I'd put him here. There's never in a million years is he going to listen.
We'll find out.
He think like Saeed, he thinks we're a pair of twats. So
Fair enough.
But yeah, went up to see him. Not much happened. Obviously, he's got a dog called Toffee, and she's always like, she brings the enthusiasm levels, right? So she was happy to see me. That was nice. But yeah, no, I mean, he was happy to see me as well. But I'd not seen him over Christmas because he went skiing, and then he's going again. I think he's gone already.
Mm.
Did he say he was going Wednesday?
Yeah, well, no, it would make sense because he never would travel at the weekend to go out there.
No, he doesn't have to, does he?
So obviously, I'm off skiing.
Yeah, you excited?
On Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I've not really got so much to do before it, but yeah, got to start packing and stuff like that. So
you're not started at all. You must have. You sent some stuff out there already, haven't you?
Yes, I've done that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's loads I need to do.
How many pairs of skis did you send?
2.
Black Crows and your, I'm gonna go with Sick Days.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Yeah, that'll be a good trip.
No, I'm looking forward to it. So, because he's going to the same place, right?
Who? My old man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll see him.
Yeah, you'll see him.
Cheerful, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see Cheerful Charlie. So you see Cheerful Charlie, you got your sister, you got my brother, you got Joe Jitsu's going out there. Should be a good crowd here, to be fair. It should be a good crowd. So you go and Samwise comes back. So
massive. I'm so excited to have him back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So excited that you're leaving. You're not that excited about it.
Yeah, but
you're not obviously not. If you were that excited, you'd stay around to see him.
Yeah.
Don't say I'm that excited,
don't
but I'm going on
twist
holiday.
this.
What do you mean?
I'm going on holiday.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to have him back in the business. Like, as a free again. Well, no.
Well, it's not going to be a free. That's what I'm saying. You're gone.
But what I mean is, he's back on the tools, like the product's being improved again.
Yeah, he'll be back. And he's done that thing this week, hasn't he, where he just lets us know how much we need him. So we've had server issues this week where the servers have gone down. What day was it? Tuesday.
It was it?
Went down 3 times.
10 in the morning? 3 times.
Went down 3 times. Nah, we went down early doors for 15 minutes.
Yep.
And then in the evening, we went down at 7 and at 9 within the space of an hour and a half.
I didn't know about the 9.
Yeah, you spotted
I didn't know about the 7.
You didn't know about the 7.
That's the one then.
Bradley Stone messaged me about the 7 saying, "Mate, I think the platform's down."
Oh, no, I did know about this.
And then you
came
back. You came back in, and
someone had let me know.
Someone had let you know that it was down.
Yeah, let me know.
And my theory is that Samwise runs down to his little shed at his little office, and he turns off the server just to make us panic. So he flicks them off. We panic. He flicks them back on, and he does that 2 or 3 times. And then at the end of the day, he was like, "Guys, I've just gone down to the shed and made some changes to the server. Hopefully, it's okay now." I'm like, "Yeah."
And then we're like, "Oh yeah, you're so amazing, Samwise."
Yeah. What would we do without you, mate? And since then, it's been fine.
Yeah.
But you know what? Talking about the server issues, it's a good thing. Because I say it's a good thing. obviously we want the platform to be up as much as possible, but the reason it was crashing was because we're overloading it because it's so busy.
Yeah.
So we're ramping up our capacity, which is good.
Yeah.
I always said that would be a good problem to have. Like, get to the point where you've got so many people using the system that the servers go down.
Yeah, of course. As long as there's a solution. So, but it was only down for a few minutes, really.
Yeah,
So.
that's the other thing as well, where people are using it so much now. We get notified pretty quick, but I would like to say we're pretty stable. Well, no, we are stable from a server perspective the majority of the time.
Yeah.
Like, as a small business, we get people that ask us if we've ever lost data. We've never lost data. We've never had a breach.
Touch
We've
wood.
never. Yeah. I always do say to people, like, it's never say never.
No.
But so far, never had that problem. So, but yeah, busy platform. The usage. We sat here last week and said the usage is going up.
Still is.
And it's going up.
Yeah.
It's pretty much on the rise daily at the moment, isn't it? So, but it will be good to have Samwise back. It's tomorrow. One more sleep.
Yeah. It's like Christmas.
One more
bloody! I've spoken about Christmas again.
I reckon you'll sneak it in
No.
every episode until next Christmas.
Yeah, it'll be good. I wonder if he's excited to come back or not. He might have had enough of us. He might have seen the.
You might have seen the madness that's going on.
He might have been.
I think he will be happy to come back.
I hope he is. I hope he's ready for a nice list of things to.
Nice list of things to get sorted. Yeah, I would say I hope so. So it's exciting though. We've actually gone like pretty much straight into work chat here, really, rather than.
Yeah, I do have a question for you.
Last week we spoke. We spoke for like 50 minutes about absolute utter tribe.
We've just gone straight
and
into
this
work.
week we've flipped.
18 minutes in, and
we flipped the model. Yeah, we had that boring weeks this week. Yeah, go on, hit me with a question.
So one thing that you said to me last, or maybe on Saturday, is you said, "Remind me."
I think I know where this is going.
What happened on Friday lunchtime?
Yeah. We had sour grapes at our place on Friday lunchtime.
Happened?
So I can be bad for eating when I'm working. So like Monday, for example, I didn't eat until dinner. I just worked all the way through.
Right. I don't know how you can do that. I have to have something.
Yeah, I sat down at my desk Monday morning at whatever time it was, maybe some point between 8:30 and 9, and I sat there until 7, just all day. I had back-to-back calls though as well, didn't I? You'd see my diary.
Yeah.
So sometimes I do that, and Sarah's very conscious of me eating. So she's like, "Have you eaten anything today?" And I'm like, "No." So she was like,
for someone who's so like, aware of like your health.
Yeah.
And I get the whole, fasting and stuff. But
yeah,
I'd have thought you'd be more.
Yeah.
At least have at least have lunch, skip breakfast, have lunch or something.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like at the moment it's like needs must. I don't know.
Mate.
What?
You got to eat. Needs must. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're sounding like Sarah.
You can't.
She'd be like, put it this way. She's actually made me my dinner for tonight and already put it in. She's not around tonight. She's not around tonight, but she knows that I probably won't eat if she doesn't. So she's left.
I'll set up like a charity campaign of £2 a day.
£2 a day to feed Luke.
Feed Luke with hot meals that come ready. So you just have to. Hey, my nan and granddad do that. They have hot meals delivered now.
Maybe I should live with them.
Yeah, we just
move me in. You'll see me on the Bez cam, just having me lunch with Beryl and Norman.
Yeah.
Have his eyebrows made a comeback yet?
They're sprouting through.
Are they?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, yeah.
Is he aware of the situation?
No, I don't think so.
He doesn't know he's not got his eyebrows.
Nah.
But they are starting to come back.
Yeah, if for anyone that isn't aware, my parents, my nan and granddad have dementia, and the other week my nan shaved my granddad's eyebrows off whilst trimming his beard, just cleaned them straight off.
Yeah,
so they're growing back slowly.
We had a big conversation last week about the fear of getting your eyebrows shaved off at a lad's holiday.
No, that's how we went into that.
Yeah, I've listened back to that. Also, my brain's just pinged.
I've not listened to it this morning.
At the end of last week's episode, I was saying slapping the bass, and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. It's from a film, I Love You, Man. And it's Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. It's actually a really good film.
Paul, I don't think
Have you never seen it? Oh, it's good vibes. It's like, what would I compare it to? It's very Jason Segel vibes. Is he the one that's did? What's the
I
one?
can't think who that is.
Not There's something about Mary. What's the one with Russell Brand where they got
Oh, I know. I can picture it.
forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah.
So it's like that kind of vibe.
Right.
And Paul Rudd is getting married, but he doesn't have any friends, and he doesn't have a best man. So he goes to a guy to help him make friends. It's called I Love You Man, and about trying to him to make
I'll have
friends.
to watch it.
Yeah,
I must have seen it.
And when he's geeing himself up to go out with the lads, he stood in front of the mirror and he's like talking to himself and he's like hyping up, and then he like starts playing air bass and he's like slapping the bass man. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, at the end of last week's episode, I couldn't figure that out.
Right.
So,
sour grapes.
sour grapes. Yeah. So I don't eat food, and what sentence that is. I sometimes forget to eat food when I'm working. And last week she was like, "Have you eaten? It's lunchtime." And she's like frustrated at the point I've not eaten. So she's like, "Right, I'm going to sort you out at lunch, right?" So I'm down in the kitchen chatting away. I like sometimes blissfully unaware of what's going on around me. And at this point, I didn't realize she had the microwave on with something. So she's making she's making this like salad thing for me. And the next thing I hear, there's just this boom in the kitchen, and she looks at me. And I'm like, what the hell? And she'd put a Scotch egg in the microwave for 3 minutes, and the Scotch egg exploded, and we had egg everywhere, right? Egg has gone everywhere.
Yeah.
And when it's tense, like she'd been,
God.
and she shoots me the daggers, and I just burst out laughing. I was just wetting myself. And then I was doing the whole like, I was like, excellent job. Like I was doing that, doing that. And then she was getting annoyed. She was like, stop it. I was like, it's only a yolk. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And I was pushing it. And it got to the point where I'd pushed it too far. And she opened the microwave. There's just egg everywhere. Like this thing's obliterated. And then I was like, you're going to clean that, aren't you? But yeah, we had sour grapes.
Oh, God.
We had sour grapes because a Scotch egg exploded.
So she just put that in on its own, or?
She put the egg, and I was like, who puts a Scotch egg in a microwave?
I've never done that.
For 3... Well, no, to warm them up.
Oh, you did?
You never had a warm Scotch egg? Oh, you've never lived, mate.
So what's how many minutes you have to put on there?
You can tell you shop at Next. No, not had a warm... You're not a Moss Bros guy if you've not had a warm Scotch egg.
I'm a Moe's Bros.
Oh, dear. What are we talking about? Scotch eggs? Well, yeah, no, like
right.
a warm Scotch...
I'll have to try it, yeah.
Warm Scotch egg, yeah, round Christmas, bit of the old like cranberry jam on it, like
Right.
Scotch egg with cranberry, a little bit warm, like
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've never gone into this much detail on eating a
Scotch egg.
Scotch egg. I just open the packet and eat it.
It's
warm if you buy it fresh, but I don't. Yeah, I've never.
Where are you buying
warmed
it
up.
fresh?
I don't know, like a market or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you
buy
never
fresh
had
off the
a
market.
real like fresh.
Nah.
Oh, you haven't lived, mate.
Take me to the market for a warm Scotch egg.
Yeah, little cranberry and a
a bit of cranberry.
Try it.
So what? So yeah, she was doing warm Scotch egg to go with a salad that she was making me, and it just blew up in a mug. But then I was like, who puts a Scotch egg in for 3 minutes? And she was like, leave me alone. So yeah, we had sour grapes. So I did laugh, but it blew over pretty quickly.
Nice.
It blew over pretty quickly. Though my brain was going about Scotch eggs then. Do you remember when I ate Scotch egg with you? And it broke my veganism.
Yeah, you were vegan for like a year
and a half. And we were sat on Ivanhoe Beacon.
Yeah.
And I ate a Scotch egg, and afterwards I was like, it's got pork in it.
Yes, that's...
Talking about being blissfully unaware. Never knew Scotch eggs were made of pork. And it wasn't until after I demolished it that I was like,
well, there goes that.
Well, there goes a year and a half being vegan. Yeah,
that's how long you did.
I would say so. Yeah, I got. It was that documentary, What the Health. What the Health documentary, and the What the Health documentary, and then I was vegan pretty strictly. This was when I was living in Oz, and then I came back and I kind of dabbled in fish for a little bit, and then I don't know if that was pre or post Scotch egg incident. But I kind of dabbled in fish, and then I went back to like pretty much eating meat, not exclusively. Also, we haven't got the G today. I was going to say that earlier. I forgot that as well. I forgot the light, and I forgot the G. So
we've had it. We did 2 weeks
of the G, and I've forgotten it,
and then forgot.
Oh, talking about the G, actually.
Did you bring anything this morning? Oh, you bought the mics.
Microphone. Yeah, give me a microphone, deck, laptop, everything else, basically. I was on one of my demos yesterday.
Yeah.
And I got onto the demo, and I've been putting the G that Shannon got me
Yeah.
in shot of the.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's a good conversation
They
start.
bring it up.
Dude yesterday jumped on the call. There was two of them, pair of them, girl and a guy. And the guy on the call, I don't know if I said dude. He was like, you can tell you take your branding seriously. He was like, that's really cool. And I was like, oh, this thing, turn around to pick it up. He was like, no way. And I was like, what? He was like, your background's so pristine. I thought it was virtual.
No,
He was like, I
really?
thought you made, yeah. And then I was like, no, this is real. And I picked it up and I was like, look, there's its stand.
It's got disco mode.
Ran out of batteries.
Already?
I left them on all weekend. I left it on. I forgot to turn it off.
Oh, right.
So I'm out of batteries because the disco mode thing's so good.
Oh, that's not lasted long as batteries though. But I guess
Because I left it on the whole time.
Just small batteries, are they?
They're just your normal
Right. Obviously, it takes a lot of power. Did you leave it in disco mode?
Yeah, it was doing disco mode.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No, I didn't leave it in disco mode, but I did leave it on, so it ran out of battery.
Right.
So, if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, Shannon got us a light up G logo that's in granite. It's really cool. And on the calls, I do that. But when people comment on it, I'm like, oh yeah, and then I flick it on, and I'm like, watch it, and I can,
welcome to the G show,
and then I can hold the little I'm such a loser, but I can hold the little
Oh, what this thing? I didn't see that.
I can hold the control under the table. And then if I've got my phone, I've got my finger over disco mode. They're like, that's so cool. And then I'm like, bang. And then it just starts flashing. It's got levels.
No wonder your calls take so long. You're just talking about your bloody G.
No, I'm booked out because I'm spending 20 minutes talking about it. But it is a great conversation starter.
Yeah.
And
I was on a demo Tuesday. Well, no, Monday because it was Wednesday. On Monday, and the guy was like, I was explaining me, you and James in the business.
Do you do that a lot? Do you find people interested?
Yeah, I tell them about us.
Do you? Okay.
Our backstory.
Oh, that's cool.
I think people would like to know.
How'd you start it? Did you go a long, long time ago in a land far away?
Yeah, once upon a time. No, I just say we're, we're as a core we're free. We've got a few part timers, all based in the UK. It's like the core. You got me, you, James. Me and you come from recruitment backgrounds. James comes from he's not a recruitment background, but he's the tech guy. And I always say how it's quite refreshing that he doesn't have the kind of recruitment CRM experience. It's comes in with a fresh set of eyes.
That is handy at times.
I say that in a nice way, basically.
Well, that's your nasty version.
Summary.
Right.
Yeah. And then just our story of the product, and then go into the demo. That's what I do.
Nice.
Where was I going with that?
You said you had a call on Monday.
Oh yeah, he and I kind of did the thing. And he was like, "Oh right, so is James the one on the podcast then?"
Right.
And I went, "No, that'll be myself and Luke. And then if there's three of us, it would be James."
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, there was two of them on the one I was on." I was like, "Oh yes, that's me." And he was like, "Oh, is it?" I didn't know whether to take it as a compliment.
So he thought you were James, or me?
Yeah. He didn't think I was the guy on the podcast.
Right. Okay.
So me.
Okay. Yeah. So you must be different on demos.
So I'm even more professional on demos than I am on here.
I reckon you will be.
Probably.
I reckon this is podcast Andy. You've also got parents Andy.
Right.
You've got parents Andy, and you've got professional Andy. The 3 Ps. You know I love a summary.
How long have you been waiting on that one? The 3 Ps.
No, I haven't. Literally.
Parents, podcasts.
Professional. Yeah. So when you meet Andy at an event, you can ask him, which one are you? Which one are you today? If you ever meet him, please ask him which one he is.
Which P?
Which P are you today?
Pillars of Andy.
Or you could have the 4th one, which is just pissed off.
Which does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AKA sour grapes.
But yeah, no, it is interesting because I was a bit I don't know how to take that. Am I? But you're probably right.
I would say you're the kind of person that before you drop your pants, you like to figure it out. Whereas I'll just walk in and drop my pants.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'll just be this is me.
Oh,
here
definitely.
you go.
Yeah.
You take it or you leave it. Whereas you're like, I'm undoing my belt.
Tiptoeing a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm just going to figure it out. Oi.
No, they're not feeling it. Oh, maybe they are.
Yeah, well, so that's the difference. I think I would say that's the difference. So probably on the demos, you're just like figuring it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you also do get different people, right? In the sense that,
Oh, for sure.
I
I
know
went
that
on.
sounds
I
obvious.
went on one yesterday, and it was just straight away. There were no chit chat. Just wanted to kind of,
Straight in for the jugular.
what's this? What's this? What's this? What's the crack? Price. Bosh. Done.
Yeah,
So cool.
over in 2 minutes.
Like, just answered 5 questions, and that's all they wanted.
Yeah, and then I've had one where the guy told me his literally life story about like he'd been doing it for 3 years. He'd been recruiting for 3 years, never actually done any recruitment. Bananas, isn't it? Because
But does he have a recruitment background?
do you know what? Yeah, I think so. But
Right.
I didn't even ask because I didn't ask because I didn't get a chance to get a word in, but also within the 3 years, he was telling me the 3-year story. That took so long that I was like, I don't have time to now dig into anything else really. So do you know what I mean? But the story was he'd been getting certifications.
Oh, I know who that is.
He'd been getting certifications to be able to work with government organisations, and
Yeah.
that had been a 3-year process. So he was like, "We're now at the point where we can start generating revenue."
Yeah.
So
Okay.
where are you getting your cash from?
But it's just
Do you know
must
what I
have a lot of capital behind him
Yeah,
from a
maybe.
previous job or something.
Can you imagine that though? Like, can you imagine
Or-
speaking to a recruiter and being like, "I've been running my business 3 years. How many placements have
3
you?"
years.
3 years, no placements.
Imagine trying to get some sort of investment or something.
Well, he had some kind of he was telling me about an advisor that he has, which was this guy that was guiding him through all these certifications, and this is the way that he'd been telling him
To be fair, if it's a really niche industry, that might just be the way to do it.
Yeah. Well, what he was kind of saying, which I get, is that like now he's got all these certifications and he can go for these government tenders. Once you're in, you're kind of in because it's so high profile.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like they can't just receive a call from another recruiter and say, "Oh, can I pick up these jobs or whatever?" And then they work
There's
on it
only a
because
handful of or
yeah,
whatever it is. Yeah.
you need to
Interesting.
have all the different certifications. Where have we got there? Oh, your demo on Monday.
Oh, the different demos. Yeah, and then we're just you get the different people.
Shit, you're not going to be here next week, are you?
No.
Penny's just dropped.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
That's why I've started.
There might not be an episode next
You've
week.
been sending. Oh.
I'll have to speak to Samwise, see if he wants to meet up. If Samwise doesn't fancy it,
Unless
then
you want to try and record another one on Friday.
in 2 days' time.
Yeah.
Get
Phil.
Oh, yeah,
Phil wanna do
we're
a
Phil
pod?
on Friday. I was thinking, what am I doing? Yeah, we might not have time, but we'll see.
We could do a sneaky guest. if
We
he's
will
in.
see. Oh, yeah, talking of guests.
Yeah, talking to guests.
We've got one. Got our first ever.
Yeah. He's a bit of a twat, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a massive one. He is a twat. No, do you know what, right? Do you know what's funny?
Yeah.
I was texting him and I was like, most podcasts get guests on because they're going to add some value to the audience. You're coming on to defend yourself because you called us a pair of twats.
Yeah.
Because he'd seen that video and he messaged me midweek, I think all in jest, being like, that's bang out of order because the way you've cut it up, it makes it look like
Yeah.
I genuinely called you a pair of twats. And obviously he was kind of joking with it. So I was like, well, you can come on the podcast and you can defend you can defend your corner. But then, he said that he like gets people asking him to come on podcasts and he says no.
Yeah.
Well, I text him saying, or you can come on and like we can have a conversation about it. And he blue ticked me. And it was sat on blue ticks for a while. And I was like, he's fucking done me. He's got me to ask him. And he's going to say no. I was like, I was panicking. I was like, he's done me. I was like, I've fallen for it. And then I got a text back the next day saying, yeah, let's do it. So
that'd be fun. We're going to do it here, right?
first podcast guest, yeah, come in here. Not on this sofa. I reckon it'll be too.
Like we did with James, the free.
Yeah, we'll stick it in the back room.
We can set something up. Two lights might work better as well.
Yeah, well, we've got 2 lights now. Now it'd be good to get him on, but he was also saying to me as well because I was saying potentially we'll get a bit of structure around it because he's coming on, like whereas you and me just waffle.
Yeah.
And he was saying that to me. He was like, maybe it'd be interesting to get your opinion actually. But he said, maybe if you wanted industry experts or more people coming on the podcast, you should create some structure around it because like if you're just
waffling.
Yeah, if you're just waffling, it's like it's going to attract less people. And I went back to him and said, but like for us, the aim of it was always just to be true to who we are.
Mm.
And like if we did forced structured content where it was like, oh, we are industry experts and we're going to do XYZ this week, we'd fall flat pretty quick. So yeah, because he was, and I was like, to be honest, with us as well, this isn't would you say this is a conversion tool? Like, are we trying to get paying subscribers from this?
No, we might do. It might naturally happen, but we're not. I don't think this is our goal. I think it's just it's almost like a get to know gig and behind the scenes more, and like
that's what I kind of said.
Do the whole come on the journey with us kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just so
I'd agree. I was talking to him and being like, it's almost like brand awareness for us, right? Rather than like conversion content. And I actually selfishly just like sitting there chatting to you for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, why shoot me those eyes? But yeah, first podcast guest he's coming on the 20th of Feb, so it'll be the back end of Feb, and we're going to get him a little present, aren't we?
Yeah, we've decided that any guest we have on, we're going to get a little present.
Any guest that comes on a podcast, we're going to get you a present. We're going to get you like a not personalised present. We're going to try and think of something different, aren't we, for everyone?
Yeah.
So Saeed, if you're listening, you got a present coming, pal. Brace yourself. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I'm going to do my little break now. Is that right?
37 minutes.
I've lasted long.
37 minutes.
Yeah, just want a little break.
That's fine. I felt like I went quick.
Anything particular? Jesus.
Oh, this is where we balls up.
Frog in my throat.
I actually have nothing written down.
Oh, right. Okay. What I was going to say is, one thing we haven't spoken about is Operation Sabotage this week.
Operation Sabotage?
People sabotaging us.
Oh, yeah. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, there's something weird happening at the moment.
We're... So I'll put it out there. Yesterday... Okay.
You dropping your pants?
Yeah.
It's big for you.
The old... You can... Well, what was I going to do? What was I going to go?
Oh, sorry. Actually, just quickly. Who was the guy that said about the podcast?
To me?
Yeah.
Andrew Clark.
Andrew Clark. I can't remember Andrew Clark. I don't think I spoke to him. I'm just interested that actually someone has looked.
I can't remember where he come from. I think he was recommended us. Again, I think through Team.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was recommended through Team, but he knows people that are in Team and he's looking at joining them.
Okay.
God, my brain's gone absolutely...
It doesn't matter that much. I just thought it was actually quite cool that like you get on a demo. I mean, if people knew that it was actually you.
Oh, so that's what I was going to say. I think he'd had a little look around, been like, what's Giig about?
Right. Okay.
Gone to our YouTube, seen the podcast.
That's cool.
So he just jumped in at a random episode.
Right, okay.
And we're like, what are these twats doing?
Yeah,
that
fair.
kind of thing.
So Operation Sabotage has been weird, right?
Yeah, so I want to say yesterday was probably a record-breaking day for new subs.
It was a record-breaking day yesterday, yeah.
Technically, is it? Because I feel like we were being sabotaged.
Yeah, well, no. If you take away the sabotage, there was some genuine stuff in there.
Yeah,
I think, how many would you say sabotage? 2, 3?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. So it's still a very good day for us, even with the sabotage.
Yeah.
But basically, to bring you into the fold, when we obviously have the free forever version of Giig where you can use it for as long as you want to without paying us a penny. And then we have the paid versions. So for us, that's how we kind of make our cash and keep the lights on, is when people then say, actually, I want one of the premium versions. And yesterday we had a record number of subs in that domain. Do you know what the crazy thing is as well? We had more subs yesterday than like we used to get a month.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
When you think about that, you think about little things.
It's funny, isn't it?
You think about little things like that sometimes, and you go, actually, like we used to go mental when we got that many in a month, and now we got that many yesterday, and we're like, crack on. But I can't remember where I was going to go with it. Record number of subs yesterday. Oh, my brain's just fired off. What was I going to say?
The sabotage.
Yeah, the sabotage. Oh, that's really going to bug me. We used to chat. I really can't remember what I was going to say.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Nah, sorry. But
you lost me.
Yeah, the sabotage is basically what we were getting yesterday is we were getting high-risk payments that were blocked out by Stripe, weren't they? So people were trying to sign up to the paid version of Giig, and our payment system was basically flagging them as high risk and blocking it. And
for whatever reason.
We've never had that before.
No. And... yeah, I've offered them a call.
Have you?
Just to see what the crack is. And...
Yeah, because the interesting thing is they're pretending to be in one country when they're actually in another as well.
Which is maybe why it's been flagged up.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, maybe why it's been flagged up.
Is my guess.
But why would you want to sabotage us? Do you know what I mean?
That's what I mean. They might not be trying to sabotage us.
Oh, do you not think?
They might just be. They might think.
So you think
they might have seen our podcast and thought, actually, these guys they know their shit.
They're legit.
So.
But maybe I'm taking the sabotage too offensively. Then we maybe need to do more fact finding on the sabotage.
We're investigating it, but yeah, something seems off.
It could be Samwise again.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's doing the servers and he's doing the subs. He's like, I just need to let these.
Like, do you want me to sort out these failed payments? These weird things.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh yeah, wouldn't you mind?
He did. He was in the chat this morning.
Yeah,
shall I sort it out? Do you know what? Actually, that's then pinged my mind because this is something I was thinking about this week. With the servers down.
Yep.
And he ran and fixed the servers for us. That for me was a very whether you say good example or that was a very that's the reality of working in a startup.
Yeah.
Basically, I was going to say he's on paternity leave. And the thing's gone down, and he's not gone, oh, sorry, lads, I'm off.
Yeah.
He's gone and fixed it.
Yeah.
And I think people forget, like, when they're running a business or where the people go, oh, yeah, I want to start a business and I want to do this. And people forget, like, how engrossed you are or tied to it you are in the early days. Because obviously when it went down within a couple of hours, I was like, if this is going to carry on for the next 4 days till he comes back, I'm going to be like, I'm not going to be able to sleep.
No.
Because obviously...
Which is what people in corporate, like big corporates, don't realise.
Yeah.
I find. So if any of my friends that work in corporate, they're like, just like you just take it off or just do this. And I mean, it's like, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Like you can't just be like, I'm going to take a week off. Like you have to really plan it. And do you ever really switch off? Probably not.
Yeah, well, and I mean, like I say, for Samwise being on paternity leave, you'd argue like one of the most.
I feel like he's done well with it. I'll have to ask him.
Yeah,
I feel like he's been able to. It's not been like the system's not been.
System's been super stable.
So
on the whole, but it did just make me think the other day. I was like, that's a really good example of a use case of actually, even though he's on his paternity leave, where he's like, lads, leave me alone. We've gone, and he's like, right, I'll go and solve it. We just get a message back being like, should be solved now. So it's the reality of running your own business.
Yeah, because otherwise we wouldn't have slept. We'd just take it in turns to sit up and be like, "Why is it still on?"
Yeah, because we've got such a big user base in the US now as well. So it's like that's the thing.
You would have been like, "Right, Andy, you stay up till 3, and then I'll get up."
I just wouldn't have been able to sleep the whole time. You might as well just left it with me. I'll do the night shift, you do the day shift. But that's also then got me thinking, right? Like how Samwise is key. I've been listening to a lot of content recently on actually, and this might be interesting for the users that listen that are running their own recruitment business. We might actually tip into adding a little bit of useful information. So like it's all the stuff I've been listening about is how you haven't got a business if it has key people of influence in it. So if there are people in the business that the business can't run without, you ultimately don't have a business. You just have a high paid job.
Yeah, okay.
So
makes sense.
And there's been lots of little examples of Samwise being away of how he's a key person of influence. If you go away next week, we'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah.
So
no, you will be. Yeah, you will be. It'll be a bit more manic.
If I leave, obviously everything's going to come crumbling down. Because
it's probably not far off.
No, that's a bit harsh on you. But like the point of the matter being that at the moment we've got a small business that runs on 3 people that really, like you say, can't take time off.
Yeah,
they can't go on holiday.
It's like if you if you built a really successful recruitment business, if you then want to go, we're making this much money, we now want to sell it.
Yes,
like you can't. It's not just selling it. You need to have the processes built out.
Yes,
so that like the business is sellable,
it becomes
your
asset.
Individual. Just you need processes where it can just slot in and someone can just buy it, take over kind of thing.
Yeah.
Rather than
my mum's business is a perfect example. Food hygiene matters.
It's her. Right?
Doesn't run without her. It is her. Yeah. It's ultimately her. And it's the same thing. She's that key person of influence that if actually somebody came along and said, I want to buy the asset, there's not really an asset because as soon as you take my mum out,
Yeah.
You then don't.
I know a really good example of this where someone I know sold a business to. It's like within pharmaceutical, they sold their business. I can't remember what they do. They sold their business for millions, 50 million,
Right.
to a US company that thought they would just come in, take over, and basically just have their contracts.
Yeah.
That very quickly for the US company that bought them just kind of plateaued out.
Wow.
So it was a waste of money, really. Like they had contracts for a little bit, but actually they'd bought the contracts from the relationship they had with that company. So
Yeah.
as soon as they were bought out, they
Interesting.
weren't interested. So
That would probably be the same with my mum's business as well, I would say.
yeah, which is great if you just want to sell your, as the seller.
As the seller, it's great. But there's a lot of people that will look at that business and be like, yeah, you're going to get more money for a business that is an asset rather than just is I'd have thought. But she sent me a photo this week, a screenshot, and she was like, this is the kind of shit I have to deal with. And she works with some restaurants and businesses in London, and she's got one of them that isn't paying her.
Right.
And he was like, sorry, Tracy, really sorry. Things are really bad at the moment. I'm away. My wife's in hospital. I always pay you. I'll come good with the money. She texted him back being like, I saw you outside the shop this morning. She was like, I saw him outside. So I thought I'd text him. And then he was like, oh, I'm in Turkey. I'm not around. Da, da, da. She was like, but I saw you. And then he came back and he was like, oh, yes, but my wife is still in hospital. Bad time. And, when you're just like, oh, I feel sorry for her.
You've set yourself up to fail there.
Yeah.
From his side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but my wife's in hospital. Yeah. Now I really believe you, don't I?
Yeah, true. Very true. But going back to that key person of influence thing, it's like that's something that we should be looking at stepping away, looking at resolving over the next 2 to 3 years. So we can walk away from the business. I probably never will, but like we know we can do, and it will still term.
Yeah.
But then, how do you, as a recruitment consultant or like a recruitment agency owner, if it's your small business, how do you build that? That's the challenge, right? Because if you're just a solo recruiter, which a lot of our audience are, how do you build that business to become a sellable asset, or what else can you do? Do you know what a lot of people?
Correct.
Do you know what a lot?
There is also we have a connection that actually literally does this.
What do you mean?
Through team, Stuart. That's kind of what his business does.
Who's Stuart? Do I know Stuart?
We'll come back to this. I can't think of his surname, but the company's like is it Mayang?
I do not know what you're going on about.
The chap in the team meeting that was stood up and spoke. That's not Andy.
Yeah.
That's what his company does. They like help you make your business sellable, recruitment business sellable.
Interesting. Oh, there you go. So we'll have to.
There would be a good guess. That's. I hope I've got that right. I'm pretty sure that's what he does. They do.
I have zero clue. So
yeah.
But
that is his field. That's his expertise.
Nice. And another common avenue that a lot of recruiters.
Is his name Stuart?
I don't know. I've got no hope. That's something to write down and come back to. The other way that people do it is via training and coaching and content and stuff like that now.
Yeah.
That's another avenue for a solo, isn't it? Because if you can build up a training course or something that you sell for a little bit of money and then you get training clients from it or whatever, but you've got something that's like a little bit of reoccurring income. And then the obvious one is obviously then just to grow your agency.
Yeah, which is, that's kind of the typical one, isn't it? You just grow, build processes, and then, sell it.
Yeah. Are you bored of Come Fly with Luke yet?
No, I feel like I missed a few.
Oh, you've missed a few?
Yeah, no, I watched them, but I didn't chirp up in the chat, but I'd seen them.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying it. You're going strong.
We've got no other members in the WhatsApp chat yet, but
No.
I suppose that episode only went out.
No one's piped up. Is that just gone out today?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You'll find out then.
So maybe next week, or by the time you're back from skiing.
You have only done one plane that actually flies.
Nah, two. I'm telling you, bruv.
1.5.
The Wildcat.
Mate, that was the one.
No, there was another one that hit the wall. There was another one that was even better.
Oh, really?
Last week, yeah. I've had two.
The Wildcat. If you threw that off something high, that was going forever.
Yes, mate. I'm getting sick.
That was getting like lift and everything.
Yeah. Still be going.
That was.
Maybe take the Wildcat to France with you
and see if I can hit you
off one of the chairlifts and just see how it goes. Yeah, the Wildcat paper airplane was good. So yeah, paper airplane the calendar is still in full swing. We are now on the 15th. And
15th, going strong.
I've only missed one day, haven't I? Which I doubled up on.
Yes.
But if we do get anyone that wants to join that WhatsApp chat, that would actually be quite
funny.
Yeah, it'd be quite jokes. Yeah,
weird mix of people, but
yeah, it could end up being.
Yeah, it could be weird.
Could end up being a weird mix of people for sure.
It's gone flat.
I'm out. Yeah, I think that's all my.
It might be a shorter one this week.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else to chat about, is there?
No, I was pretty bad at writing stuff down this week. You up to date with Traitors? We don't have to go on to that.
Traitors. Samwise has just put a YouTube link in the.
Hey.
I think we had another sub while I've been sat here. Yeah, what happened with Traitors? Latest. Oh, fucking that Linda, man. How is she going?
Yeah, that's what happened.
How is she going under the radar?
Yeah.
How is she getting away with it?
She'll go this evening. Surely they've got to stick to their guns and just.
She has to go, doesn't she?
I really like the chap that went.
What was the chap that went?
Was it Rob? The slightly autistic Dan, the autistic one.
And Lynn. Nah, what was the girl's name? The girl that had the glass eye. There's a girl that had a glass. Lydia. Dan and Lydia. Yeah, they both went.
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of her.
Well, you're not.
Nah, but
Dan had a stinker, didn't he?
He just the lion thing. Yeah,
didn't he have a stinker? And Minnow jumped. I always say her name wrong. Minna. I keep calling her Minnow. We've got a user called Minnow from Team. It's Minna. Minna is in.
Oh, I'm sure they call her Minnow in there though.
Oh, do they?
Minna. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, she jumped on that bandwagon, right? Of Dan lying. She saw an opportunity and she dug her claws in and she went, and that was and that saved Linda's bacon.
I know. But Linda's going this evening.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. Unless something happens.
Can't watch it tonight.
But they've got to just stick to. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, nah, I'm up to speed on that. Right, mate. I think we wrap it up.
Yeah,
I think we're flat as biscuits here.
Yeah, sorry.
It's been all right.
Yeah, I think so.
It's been all right, but we have. Do you know what it is? We haven't done any work chat because Samwise has not done any product updates.
No, so he'll be back.
We've got nothing to talk about
so.
with new product updates or anything like that. So next week we should hopefully have
the 3 pillars
of what
this podcast:
professional. What did I say? Parents. Podcast Andy.
We've also got Samwise back tomorrow, which is big news.
Yeah, our first guest is coming on.
We've got our first guest coming on. Hopefully we'll get Samwise on for a pod if he can do.
I'm going to try for next week.
That'll be really cool.
I'll trip down to Essex.
You can do an episode on being a dad as well as a founder or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's going to bring a lot of the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's now got 2 girls under 5. So he's got a house full of women.
Yeah.
So there'll be lots of chat. There'll be lots of chat over the next 20 years about Samwise's kids, I reckon. Is that weird to say? That felt weird. Made me feel uncomfortable when I said that.
The same kind of uncomfortable as when you were opening Christmas presents in front of people.
Oh, God, that is. You said Christmas again.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
Opening Christmas. Honestly, I don't know how people enjoy it. Give me one reason why it's a good way to do it.
What, open presents in front of people?
Individually, yeah. There's not.
So everyone can share your excitement and enjoyment of opening that present.
Do you not feel awkward? For someone that doesn't like to drop his trousers, do you not feel like especially if you're in front of? Did you open a present in front of Lucy's parents?
I didn't because I wasn't with them.
Right. Okay. See, I reckon if you did it with them,
with presents, do you be like, oh, thanks, guys, and then take them into the other room and it's like,
nah. I just have to
lock yourself in the toilet and be like, oh, nice.
I just have to muscle through it, but I feel like, oh no, I'd rather have not had one. That sounds really ungrateful. But I'm fine with presents. I don't need presents.
Yeah.
Why are we fucking talking about Christmas?
You're right. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It can be birthday present.
Yeah.
I'm going to get you a birthday present one time and stitch you up so you have to open it in front of a massive group of people or something like that.
I'll hate you.
Yeah, it'll be funny.
Forevermore. See you later.
Hit it.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
No, not yet. So much time of going to and fro. You got another offer, or salary's too low. Hours or searching and hours of stress. Come on, candidates, just gig it a rest.
Have we got another one? In the back pocket, I can have a look. Yeah, the old website plus.
Come on, candidates, just gig it a rest.